Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy with Quietmind Yoga and I'm here with Joy Scola and we're on part 2 of our strength building series. Today we're going to focus on the core. All right, so start on your backs. Come on down with knees bent, feet on the floor, and then bend your knees so your shins are parallel to the ceiling. And then press your hands against the thighs just below the knees. Push the knees away, but at the same time, pull the knees in to create a resistance where you'll feel this engagement in your transverse abdominals. Those are the muscles below the six-pack. That's deeper core tissue is what we're going to focus on here starting in our practice. And then keep everything the same, but just walk your hands down to the middle of the thighs and keep pressing the thighs away, but at the same time resisting. Doing your best to try to pull the knees in towards the body and to push the thighs away. And then again, lower the hands down to above the hip creases. Push the thighs away, pull the knees in.
It's crazy how it changes the effect.
Yeah. So we're focusing on deeper core muscles, the psoas, the transverse abdominals, and the internal obliques with these warm-ups here.
My biceps.
And the biceps, yeah. And then we'll bend the knees in, give it a rest, rock side to side, massaging the low back. And then come over to one side, and we'll come up to our forearms here on the belly. Forearms down in Sphinx position, and then tuck your toes and start to peel the ribs, the hips, and then the knees off the mat into a forearm plank. And then you'll lower and reverse all that into Sphinx pose, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, you'll come up, and as you inhale, you'll lower, moving with the breath. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. Exhale to rise. Inhale to lower. And exhale to rise. And hold here and breathe. And now, if you've practiced yoga a little bit, and maybe done some sort of strength training, planks can become kind of easy, and they actually strengthen the core a lot better if you move a little bit. So walk your elbows back, starting to walk back on your mat, moving the feet too. Yep, so you're crawling back and then forward on the mat, moving from the core as best you can, and then back, crawling back, and then crawling forward, and then lower down, back to Sphinx position here, and letting the belly rest. So the belly is nice, the core is nice because you can work it out all the time, and it responds really well to resting. So it's a fun muscle to work with. So now we're going to do that similar version, come to forearm plank, because it's so fun. And then turn to the side, so now you've got your elbows on the mat, and you're going to walk laterally, side to side. Now using the obliques more, coming to the other side. And then to the other side, we'll go back and forth one more time here. As I said before, time under tension is how we build strength. Controlled, deliberate motions. Mindful movement. You can come back to the original starting position. And back to Sphinx pose.
Oh my gosh.
Give it a rest. All right, so we're about 1/10 of the way through, I think. No? Come on, hands down under shoulders. Come back to hands and knees. And then from here, we'll lengthen the spine, extend your right leg back, and left arm forward to balance. And now the main muscle we haven't worked yet is the actual six-pack muscle, the rectus abdominal. So elbow to knee, round in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale in. Inhale, straighten. Exhale in. One more time, inhale, reach. And exhale and hold, rounding the back, creating that six-pack engagement of the muscles, those rectus muscles. And then back down, give it a rest. Other side, left leg extends, right arm extends, elbow to knee, round the back. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. 3 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Inhale, reach. Exhale in. Move from the core. You're not just moving your limbs, you're moving the center of the body out. And one more time, reach. And then hold as you breathe here. Elbow touching towards the knee. If it doesn't quite reach, that's fine. Just move that direction. And then we'll lower down. Knees apart. Arms extend. Puppy dog pose. Belly lengthens. Forehead down or chin lifting. Either way is fine. Main thing is that the six-pack muscles are now stretching instead of contracting. Last couple of breaths here. So we're talking about the core, we're talking about the internal and external obliques, which we already did, the transverse abdominals we did in the beginning, and the rectus abdominals we just did. And the deepest core muscle is the psoas. So we'll do a little bit to strengthen the psoas now, the main hip flexor that connects your femur to your spine. And let's come up to hands and knees. And we already did that kind of motion with the knee coming in, so come back to downward facing dog. Right leg extends straight back. And as you exhale, round knee in towards the nose. Inhale straight back. Exhale, knee towards the right tricep. Inhale straight back. Exhale, knee towards the left tricep. Inhale back. Exhale, knee towards the nose. One more time on each part. Inhale back. Exhale, knee to right arm. Inhale back. Keep that knee in as tight as you can. Left arm. And then back inhale. And then lower it down. Give it a rest. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale back. Exhale, left arm. Inhale back. Exhale, right arm. Inhale back. Exhale, nose. Inhale back. Exhale, left arm. Inhale back. And exhale, right arm. Inhale back. And then from here, we'll come down to knees and come into a squatting position. So you shift the weight onto the balls of the feet. And the insides of the feet touch, the knees are apart. And you might just stay here and press into the ground and work in this way towards crow pose by shifting weight into the hands. Or notice how close your heels are to your tail in that squatting position. And that's what we want to get to in crow pose. First, you'll lift the hips, bring your elbows outside of the shins, creating a perpendicular across from the shins to the triceps. Look forward, look at your heels, and bring them towards your tail, just like they were in that squat. Press into the hands. And now you're hugging the knees in with the strength of the psoas and the inner thighs and the core. Also the strength of the upper body we did last time. And then we'll lower back down. Give it a rest. Back to the knees. Back to puppy dog. Arms extend. Belly extends. And then back up to the hands. And then down to your back. All right, this practice is so easy. We just spend so much time on our backs, just resting. Hug your knees in. Lift the shoulders, tuck the chin in. And extend out to low boat pose, Ardha Navasana. Legs extend a couple inches off the ground. Palms open beside you. Hold and breathe here. And just like we did in the last practice, burning out the muscles. So holding until we reach failure. Steady, deep breaths. If you're having a hard time reaching failure, if you do this a lot, you can increase the challenge by crisscrossing the legs, lifting the shoulders a little higher. And then eventually come down to your back. Big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. And exhale mouth. Just a couple of breaths here. It's a short practice, but we still want a proportionate length of Shavasana of just resting and integrating and not just rushing to the next thing. Just a couple of more breaths here, feeling your belly soften, your upper body soften, legs relax, body heavy. And then we'll start to hug the knees in and come over to one side. Make your way back up to sitting. All right. Thank you, Joy, for practicing. And thank you for practicing. If you liked the video, leave a comment below. Let us know what you liked about it and if you want to see anything in particular. And if you like this video, like it and share it. Subscribe to this channel to see the next video in this series where we focus on the legs.
Ooh, leg day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Namaste.